I finally played Fallout, not these games, the third one from 2008. I forced myself to actually play it, not just boot it up once and never touch it again. I wanted to see why Fallout 3 is so loved, because my goal was to answer if this game is even worth playing. Could I have fun with it? And if anyone else should even play this older game today. So let me show you a little bit of my experience with Fallout 3. The game opens up with a cinematic showing me the outside world and how humanity has destroyed everything and everyone with weapons of mass destruction. And after seeing that, I enter the game as a newborn baby where I get to choose my own name and customize how I look. You know, I'm kind of digging the mustache look for my guy. Yeah, something like this. And that's it. Just a basic guy with a mustache, sure. Then with that out of the way, 1 year passes and I could finally take my first steps in the vault.
Come on over here, son. Come on.
Dada.
Walk to daddy.
I'm a little baby. And being a baby was great. I could play with toys, hug my dad, and even casually stroll over to this book where I could pick out my stats. This is probably the worst. There's probably someone gonna comment saying this is the worst stats I've ever seen. Then once my dad and I have a heartfelt conversation, 9 years pass by and I'm celebrating my birthday.
You blinded the poor kid.
Oh, it's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's a pretty average birthday party for a 10-year-old living in a vault. I had my best friend show up, I got my very own Pip-Boy, some kid named Butch bullies me, and then I get overstimulated because a bunch of people tried talking all at once.
How's it going, pal?
Hey, happy
fine.
birthday, Nosebleed.
Stop! I'm getting overstimulated. It's a horrible birthday party. I'm going on my Pip-Boy in the corner. Then when I was done with the party, my dad took me downstairs into a reactor room where I met his friend, learned how to shoot a BB gun, and another time jump happens making me 16 years old and I'm getting ready for a big test. But before I got into the classroom to take it, I noticed Butch was bullying my friend. And when I tried to stop him, I failed, making us get into a fist fight where I ran back to my dad and he called me pathetic.
You're pathetic.
So I just quickly saved and started punching him in the back of the head.
Remember that.
Is he just gonna let me keep doing
It's
this?
gonna be fun paying you back for that. You're kidding me. Didn't you just get new parts?
Well, you made it. All set for the goat?
No way! No one cares? Yeah, I'm ready for this test. Let's go for it. And now that I was in the classroom, I was able to take this test where I answered some fun questions that ultimately led to me choosing what starting skills I would have. And I picked speech, small guns, and medicine. With those confirmed, I left the classroom, 3 more years passed by, and finally, I'm all grown up. And the first thing I see is my friend telling me that my father left the vault, most of my dad's friends are dead, and that the overseer, who happens to be her father and the leader of our vault, is looking for me and wants me dead. I'm then handed a pistol that she stole from her father's room, and now I have to escape the vault and find my own father. Okay, there's a lot of daddy issues right off the start. But I got into the action right away, by beating down some roaches in this guard with my baseball bat, and even giving Butch some encouragement to save his own mother who was being attacked in her room.
You gotta help me. My mom's trapped in there with the rat roaches.
But you can't kill them? You don't have like a baseball bat like me? Are you afraid of a few roaches?
Well, yeah, so I hate rat roaches. So what?
You're big, they're little, just go in there and squish them, be a hero. I kinda wanna try it.
You know what?
Oh!
You're right. They aren't anything I can't handle.
And surprisingly, he actually lived. Oh, he actually did it.
Ow, that hurts.
I kind of wanted the opposite, but hey, I got his jacket, so I'm not really complaining. From here, I continued my escape where I passed by some vault dwellers winning their fights and some others not doing too well.
Tom, be careful.
Oh, hey. Mary, don't go over there, Mary. Mary, you're gonna die too. Mary, you're gonna... Ah. So I just took those guards out, looted their bodies, and explored the vault a little bit more until I eventually found the overseer in this room. Now my friend did tell me how to escape without needing her father's key card by using bobby pins and stuff, but I thought that it'd be easier to just take out his guard and try convincing him instead.
You'll get nothing from me. I'll die before I see the safety of the vault compromised again.
Alright.
There he is!
Jeez. What is in this pistol? Why are their heads just getting chopped off? Oh, he's got some good stuff. And now that I had his key, I was able to get into his office, use his computer, open a secret tunnel under his desk, and walk straight to the vault doors. And since Amada was here, I tried to apologize to her, but it's kind of tough to do that when I decapitated her father's head with my pistol. So I just left her alone, opened the vault door, and took my first steps out into that beautiful wasteland in search of my father. All right, here we go. taking my first steps. Look at that. It's so brown. Somewhere out there, I have to find my father. But before I actually try and find my father, I'm gonna have my actual dad do the ad read for this video.
Thanks to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. Much like the wasteland, the internet can be a scary place. You have hackers, data thieves, and other scams running wild online. I mean, I could probably give away my son's social security in minutes if I wasn't too careful. But with ExpressVPN, I don't need to worry. It's an app that protects me from all these problems by wrapping my internet traffic in an encrypted tunnel with a simple click. Now, third parties can't monitor my online activity, and Wi-Fi hackers can't steal my private information. And what if I wanted to relax and watch a new show, but it wasn't allowed in my region? Well, I could easily change my online location in seconds. With the fastest speeds, 24/7 customer support, trusted server technology, and so much more, you gotta be a rad roach to not try it out yourself. Find out how you can get 4 months free by either scanning the QR code right here, clicking the link in the description box below, or by going to expressvpn.com/MrSavior. Enjoy your game, son.
Thanks, Dad. Now to find my other dad. My Pip-Boy said that I would need to investigate the nearby town of Megaton, which wasn't too hard to find thanks to the map on my wrist and the signs pointing me in the right direction. And before I knew it, I was at the front gates and walking straight into this town.
Another newcomer.
Hello.
Name's Lucas Sims, town sheriff, and mayor too, when the need arises.
This guy's voice is fantastic.
I don't know why, but I like you, boy.
Oh.
Something tells me you're all right.
And after being greeted by Lucas Sims, I asked him if he knew where my father was, but unfortunately, he had no clue. That is until he told me about a nuke just sitting in the middle of this town. The thing right there. A bomb? Just in the middle? What, this thing? In the middle of the town? Why? So when I told him that I could probably defuse the thing, he accepted my offer, marked a saloon on my map, and told me that a guy named Moriarty would probably know where my dad was. But first, I wanted to check out this bomb. Activate? Oh my, I thought I just blew up the bomb. You lack the explosive skills needed to interact with the bomb. Explosives 25 or higher required. Okay. Where do I go now? Megaton was a bit confusing the first time I was here, but once I realized that I had a tiny little compass in the bottom left of my screen, I was able to focus on that to find the saloon, along with Moriarty, and ask him about my father.
Colin Moriarty, at your service.
Now, he did know where my dad was, but he wanted me to pay for that information, and since I had 0 caps to my name, I had no choice but to do a job for him.
This junky bitch named Silver borrowed quite a few caps from me.
Apparently, some woman in the nearby town of Springvale owed him money, and all I had to do was go into her house and convince her to pay him back. But when I tried that, I failed. Look, just give me the caps and I'll tell him you're gone.
Look, I don't know who you are. I'm not just handing over my life's earnings to you.
However, the game let me repeat the same exact dialogue choice, and she handed me the money anyways. Is that supposed to happen?
Here you go.
Isn't that what I just asked
kid.
her?
You're all right.
Isn't that what I just did? And it failed and I did it again and it worked? Well, now that I had the money, I went back to Megaton to find Moriarty and pay him back. But he wasn't here. Instead, I found some shady guy in a corner trying to convince me to blow up the city with the nuke in the middle of it. And while I was tempted to see how that looked, I just told him that I wasn't interested. And when I left the saloon, I found Moriarty, I handed him his money, and I got my information. He told me that my father had important business with the Galaxy News radio station in the downtown area, and that I should probably look for him there. But this place was pretty far away. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is honestly kind of far away from me. So before I hiked all the way over there, I explored a little bit of the outside world, where I fought off rats and dogs near this hidden loot stash that gave me a sniper rifle, which immediately broke, and then I ran into some mercenaries who were hired to kill me outside of a supermarket.
Well now, if it isn't the little saint from the vault.
What?
We've been looking for you. Someone's put quite a price on your head.
How? I've been out for a day. Whoa, can we talk this out?
No, I don't think so.
So I just shot them down in the streets and just took their shit. And because I leveled up from this, I was able to actually enhance my explosive skills and defuse that nuke in Megaton. I mean, I could have also rigged it to explode and, done what that shady guy wanted, but I don't know if that would have been worth it. So instead of that bomb going off, I was rewarded with a free home in the town, and this allowed me to store some items, get some food, and showcase my impressive bobblehead collection. I know it's just one, but hey, you gotta start somewhere. And after sleeping in my own bed and getting some solid rest, I was off to head towards that radio station in downtown DC. I cleared out that supermarket I found earlier and had some run-ins with a couple of bandits, but other than that, the game felt kind of empty. Like, I get that, yes, okay, the bombs went off and it's a wasteland, but it was pretty quiet.
I don't know why, but it just seems too quiet out here. I played Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, and a lot of stuff just happens when you're walking out here, but for this game, man, it's just... nothing's really happening.
Oh, but that soon changed once I took out this raider, watched his body freak out over some water, and try to fight someone while a mutant with a minigun was watching me.
Oh! 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 He's just camping me. Guys, chill. Alright, I'm not hurting you. You don't need to hurt me. I'm gonna walk over here, and you're gonna let that happen, okay? He's reloading. Please. Please. Are you a raider? Please don't be a raider. Who are you?
There's a bomb strapped to me. You've got to disarm it, quick.
Bro! Get away from me! Oh my god. What is going on? What is going on? Oh, I'm sorry! I'm sorry I said... Oh, I'm sorry I said Fallout 3 doesn't have anything going on. I regret what I said. Please, leave me alone.
And to make things worse, after all of this, I had to see my first centaur? Dude, what are these things?
What is that? Bro! Why are they behind me still? I don't like this game anymore. I want to go home.
Yeah, so it turns out the wasteland is not quiet at all. Lesson learned. I hated that. But once everything died down, I was able to turn back around and actually get into the metro system, which connected me to this radio station. Then once I was inside, I took out every enemy I saw, carefully navigated the metro using my tiny compass, and eventually after being down here for around 10 minutes, I found my way out and I met some new people.
I mean, I guess I keep following the compass like I did in the metro. It's probably the best. Hello? Oh, 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 oh. All right, grenade. Grenade out. Who's helping? Hello? Who are these guys? Who are you? Oh my. Is this the Brotherhood of Steel? It is the Brotherhood of Steel. Oh, cool.
Yes, sir.
And it turns out that they needed my help to eliminate some super mutants surrounding the radio station. So we went through this entire area, taking down mutants left and right, and it was pretty sick. I felt like an actual member of the Brotherhood. Granted, I wasn't, because they denied me when I tried to join.
You guys looking for new recruits, or
That's a negative.
But it's okay. With my help, we cleared out all of the hostiles, and I was ready to finally get into the station. Except I had one problem.
Why can't I get into this building?
Well,
what are you?
another mess cleaned up.
Is there anything?
Sweep the perimeter.
Hello? What? Hello? What do we have? Oh! What is that? What is that? Retrieve the fat man. I can't do that. Where's that? Where's this thing? Please. Please. He's right behind me. Please. Everything blends in the floor. Oh, here he is. Take this and that. All right, whip it out. Whip it. Oh! Okay, how do I miss that? How do I miss a nuke? Oh, I don't think I saved my game recently.
Good.
Nope, I didn't. Oh.
Yeah, so I had to do all of that over again because I forgot to save. This time I made sure to not just blow myself up, and once this behemoth was properly taken out, I was able to get into the station, find a man named Three Dog, and ask him about my father. And just like the last person I met, he knows something, but he won't tell me until I help him out with a job first. Yeah, a job that required me to steal a radio dish from the Museum of Technology and install it on the Washington Monument. Sure, why not? So I had to go back into the metro fighting some more ghouls, raiders that ate bullets for lunch, and make the same mistakes with those mini nukes.
Oh, hello. This is a bad idea. Okay, alright. I'm gonna stop using that thing.
And I was down here for a while. I got lost on where to go, ran into more trouble, and genuinely thought that my compass was broken. Maybe it's just me, but the metro in this game is not very fun.
I think we've been down here for like an eternity. I think it's been like 10 minutes, but it feels so much longer.
But eventually I did find the exit, and once I was out, I got into the museum, took out all the super mutants inside of it, found the radio dish on the spacecraft, and then I walked outside and accidentally went into these trenches, which was not a good idea.
Is there another guy here? Oh, yeah, I gotta go. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm sorry, I'm leaving.
And this time I actually went to the Washington Monument, had the Brotherhood of Steel watch my back, and I took an elevator up to the top where I installed that radio dish. And now that I've done everything that I could here, I fast traveled back to Three Dog and learned that my dad was working on something called Project Purity and that he went to a Dr. Lee in Rivet City. So I guess that was my next stop.
So our next quest is to gain entrance to Rivet City, which is all the way down here. I have to go through the metro? I don't want to do that again.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go in the metro again. Instead, I just walked along this coast hoping that I wouldn't be killed by any random encounters, like those centaurs, some raiders, or even my first Mirelurk.
I'm sorry? What is this? A Mirelurk? Why are they so built in this game? This dude's buff as hell.
And while I did use up most of my ammo, I would say that it was pretty worth it, because somehow I didn't die and I managed to arrive at Rivet City in one piece. Then once they allowed me to cross over their bridge, I was able to get inside and talk to this Dr. Lee. And this is where I learned that Project Purity was my dad's plan to transform all of the radioactive water into clean drinking water. But there were complications, the project was abandoned, and of course, my dad disappeared. Shocker. I'm then told that I could possibly find my father in their old lab, which is located in the Jefferson Memorial right next door. But I wasn't gonna go there just yet. Why? Well,
dude, I haven't done like any side quests in this game. I'm just now realizing this. I haven't explored any of this area in the game. What am I doing? I gotta do some side quests.
So that's what I did. I first started back in Megaton, where I helped out a woman named Moira complete a couple of tasks for her book that she was writing called Surviving the Wasteland. You know, things like exploring a nearby minefield where everything blew up.
I mean, is this even safe? Oh, no, that is not safe to do anymore. Okay.
Fight a man named Arkansas to death in a thrilling battle.
Come on. Why did that take forever?
Contract a mutation from water, beat up some mole rats with a green glowing stick, and break my own legs to test out some new medicine.
Alright, so she needs me to break my legs. I have an idea. This has a certain height to it. I think if I just jump off, I'm good, right? Okay. Okay, so I die from that height. Got it.
And as I was doing all of this, I stumbled upon this random house in the middle of nowhere where I met Agatha.
I'm Agatha. It's so nice to meet you.
She made a living playing music for traders on the radio, and she needed a new violin, but it could only be found in Vault 92. So I had to infiltrate the Vault-Tec HQ, fighting robots, hacking terminals, and in the process, access the location of this vault along with even more vaults. And I understand why Agatha couldn't do this, because this place was infested with those juiced up Mirelurks.
Okay. I don't like this sound already. I think these are... I don't even... Oh, that's the Mirelurk. That is a Mirelurk. That is a juiced up boy from earlier. Please do not follow me. I swear it follows me. Okay, all right, buddy. Okay.
And since my bullets didn't really work on these guys, I just used every single mine that I had in my inventory and blew them to smithereens.
All right, come on, buddy. Yeah, it worked. Huge.
And yeah, I realized that I could have just sold these for a bunch of money, but this was way more fun.
Come here, guys. Come on. Dinner's ready. Hot and ready. Hot and ready, boys. Yeah, eat it. Eat it while it's hot.
Then once I managed to take everyone out, I found the violin, learned some of the lore behind this vault, which was very disturbing. And when I left, I got to encounter my very first Deathclaw.
What is even out in this area? Is that a Deathclaw? Hold on, I'm gonna try something. I told myself I wouldn't use this anymore, but I gotta try it. Can I hit him with a VATS shot? I missed. Oh no. Oh no. Hey, buddy. Okay. It's gonna...
I'm just gonna give this violin to Agatha. I spent around 3 hours just doing a bunch of random stuff out here in the wasteland. I got new guns, new armor, I leveled up a ton, and I even went into another vault where the people inside of it were crazy and something in the air made me hallucinate like a madman. Please, there's so many of them. Why are there so many of them? Please. Oh, no. No. The toxic gas. I'm going crazy. I'm losing my mind. Please. But at some point, I would have to get back to finding my father. So I said goodbye to my little side quests and I went back to the Jefferson Memorial to look for him. And he wasn't even here. I literally cleared this entire building and the man was nowhere to be found. Instead, he just left behind some audio recordings talking about finding a scientist named Braun in a hidden vault to the west. So of course, I made my journey to go and find it. He keeps making me walk across this entire map. This time, he better be here, man. There were a couple of enemies here and there, but overall, the place was fairly easy to find. I was even greeted by some nice robots that led me to a room where I saw some people stuck inside of these pod things, where if you sit in one of them yourself, you get teleported into a different reality. Oh. This is a little bit different. Okay, did not expect that. I am also apparently a child for some reason. Yeah, this place was kind of weird. The adults acted strange, everything was in black and white, and this little girl named Betty knew where my dad was, but in order to get that information, I needed to make a kid named Timmy cry first. Okay.
Hi there, I'm Timmy. Wanna play?
Not really. Hey, I heard your parents are getting a divorce because... There's no way. No way that works.
You're a big dumb liar.
Alright, plan B. I'm not proud of this, okay? I just really want to find my dad. But now that Timmy's tears laced my knuckles, I went back to Betty to let them know that I did this, and it turns out that, well, Betty's not even a little girl.
I suppose it wasn't the most cerebral way to deal with the situation.
What? Betty is actually Braun, the scientist my father tried to get help from. This whole entire simulation that I'm in is just a sick torture experiment that never ends, and it's being used on all of the people in the pods that I saw earlier. And one of them even tried to convince me to try to find a way out of here by activating some failsafe in an abandoned home, which seemed like the only option because when I tried to force my way out, it backfired. Can I just punch you? I am so sorry.
You can't do that here. And now you have to pay.
What? So I just followed their advice to find this home. And inside of it, I had to solve a little memory puzzle with some items that revealed a hidden terminal, allowing me to activate something called the Chinese Invasion. Basically just a bunch of soldiers just spawn in the streets, taking everyone out. And then a door just opens up in the middle of the park, allowing me to escape and finally accomplish my goal from the start of the game. Oh, please tell me I found them. Please, it's been so long. Yes, Father, Papa, my father.
Son. You've saved me.
Thank God,
I was afraid
dude.
I'd be trapped in there forever.
And now that I was reunited with my father, all I had to do was bring him back to safety, help him finish his project, and we could save the world where I'm sure nothing bad was gonna happen next. But at this point, I had been playing Fallout 3 for over 10 hours. So I just saved my game and I called it for the day. I did say at the start of the video that I would only be showing a little bit of my experience, in case some people out there wanted to play this for their first time. So for now, this is where my story stops. But if you want to continue watching it, you can find the rest of my playthrough linked down below. Honestly, Fallout 3 was a pretty fun game, and I'm really glad that I gave it a chance. Sure, the combat's a bit stiff, certain areas of the map are a pain to go through, and the graphics are definitely showing their age, but it's still a solid action-adventure RPG that anyone can pick up, enjoy, and lose countless of hours in. And now I kind of understand why so many people consider this to be their favorite. However, if I were to play it again, I would probably do more of the side quests. Yeah, I kind of locked myself out when I beat the game, so I can't really go back and do them. I guess I'm just gonna have to make a new character, huh? Or I can just wait for the remaster to drop, if it ever does. I mean, if Oblivion got remastered, I'm sure this one's next, right? And speaking of next, if there's any other games you think I should play next, let me know in either the comments or on my Discord server. Thanks to the YouTube members for supporting the channel. And if you're still watching this video, go watch my other videos. YouTube thinks you'll like the ones on the screen right now. Okay, bye.